The battle is over, and the giant python has fallen. Su Chen stands atop his defeated foe, not with pride, but with the focused intensity of a man completing a checklist. In his eyes, this isn't a victory, it's a transaction. Without a hint of hesitation, Su Chen strikes. He doesn't use a blade. He uses the raw power of his own hands to pierce the python's thick, armored skin. The beast, though stunned, lets out a final, involuntary shudder as Su Chen probes deep within its anatomy, searching for the source of its mutated power. Once Su Chen found what he was looking for, he ferociously withdrew his hand from the beast. With one final, agonizing cry that echoes through the mountain, the python's life force finally snaps. Its massive body surges toward the sky in a desperate, dying reflex before collapsing into the dirt. As the dust settles, Su Chen looks at the crystal core that glows with a cold blue light. I've got the python's crystal core. With the python dead, the immediate danger has passed, but a new mystery lies at Su Chen's feet. Ya approaches the fallen figure, recognizing the feline features. Why is she here? For Su Chen, the explanation is simple logic. She helped him inside the spatial dimension, so he brought her out from there. The team gathers around the mysterious catgirl. Su Chen awkwardly scratches his head. While looking away, he let the team know that the catgirl was helpful to deal with some side effects. Yun and Duan Ye immediately grasped what had happened. The girls are a little confused. How could Su Chen have done that with a creature that looks like a beast? The peace doesn't last long. The moment consciousness returns, so does the fury. Her eyes lock onto Su Chen with a murderous intensity that makes even the experienced Duan Ya flinch. This isn't just anger. It's a vow of vengeance. She moves faster than the human eye can follow, a streak of shadow and steel-sharp claws. To her, Su Chen isn't a savior. He is the man who insulted her pride. Su Chen doesn't even break a sweat. A feral attack is predictable. He dodges by an inch. He tries to calm her down, telling her that she was the one who started it and that he had no choice. Su Chen's words hit a nerve. The memory of her animalistic regression inside the dimension is a stain on her pride, and she absolutely doesn't want to hear about it. Su Chen's patience has reached its limit. He doesn't care about her pride or her reasons. If she persists in attacking instead of listening to reason, so be it. He won't hold back either. The team is split on how to handle their new guest. Duan Ya remembers when she was trapped by the invisible wall and seems reluctant of a direct battle. But Yun, still high on her victory against the python, is ready to crush any new challenger. The catgirl assumes a predatory stance, her pupils dilating as she prepares to lock her target into a localized nightmare. Su Chen reassures the team. To him, this isn't a life or death struggle. It's a disciplinary lesson. The catgirl leaping into the air. She strikes with blinding speed. She uses her invisible wall ability to immobilize Su Chen. Locked within the transparent prison, Su Chen doesn't panic. He simply observes the structure of the spatial energy, his mind already 3 steps ahead of the girl's rage. Just as the catgirl thought she was delivering the fatal blow, Su Chen activates his space ability. His dimension doesn't just store items, it bypasses external rules. He pulls out a peculiar green herb. He doesn't strike her with a fist, he slaps her with the grass. The ferocious girl collapses in a heap, her high-speed attack ending in a clumsy roll in the dirt. The battle didn't end with a bang, but with a scent. Su Chen watches with clinical interest as the fierce beast who once threatened him is reduced to a dazed heap on the floor. For a being with heightened feline senses, the mutated herb is like a sensory overload. Her predatory instincts are being scrambled she doesn't understand, leaving her vulnerable and confused. "Human, what did you do to me?" she asked. Duan Ya and Yun are speechless. They've fought monsters and mutated beasts, but they've never seen a high-level threat neutralized by gardening. Catnip can actually control a beast girl? Su Chen knows better. In the post-apocalyptic world, nothing is simple. This is mutated catnip. The rage is gone, replaced by a hazy, dreamlike state. As the pheromones take hold, her perception of Su Chen shifts. He is no longer just a target. He is a terrifyingly prepared master of her own biology. Even Su Chen himself didn't expect it to work this well. This is an interesting and successful experiment. As the dust of the mountain's collapse begins to settle, a different kind of survivor crawls from the wreckage. Not everyone was consumed by the python's rage. Some were lucky enough, or cowardly enough, to hide in the shadows. The doctor doctor has resurfaced. He looks battered, but his eyes are still burning with greed. He watches Su Chen with a mixture of hatred and grudging respect, annoyed that the brat he left for dead managed to do the impossible. The scientist isn't just looking for survival, he's looking for profit. He sees the python's corpse and automatically thinks of the crystal core Chen just claimed, and his mind immediately begins to calculate how to steal it for himself, not to mention the beautiful women around him. The doctor doesn't ask, he demands. Despite being outmatched in every physical sense, he believes in his status and the power it holds. He demands the python's crystal core and wants Su Chen to give him Duan and Yun Yun. Blinded by their perverse thoughts, accompanied by his men, the scientist tries to play his final card, his influence over Liberty City. He believes he holds the keys to what they are looking for, but to Su Chen's team, he isn't a gatekeeper. He's just a nuisance. The haze of the mutated catnip begins to lift, and with it, the catgirl's fierce pride returns. She stands before Su Chen, her posture rigid and her eyes flashing with a mix of shame and renewed aggression. She isn't ready to let a weird herb define her destiny. Su Chen remains unfazed. He knows that everyone has a weakness, and he watches her with a teasing smirk, knowing exactly which buttons to push to test her resolve. But you were clearly enjoying it just now, and I've got plenty of this stuff. All you have to do is call me Master. But the catgirl refuses to submit, because for her, the beast people will never be slaves. At least, that's what she said. Her resolve lasts exactly 3 seconds. As the concentrated pheromones hit her senses again, the warrior collapses. The biological urge is simply too strong to fight. In an instant, the fierce rebel becomes a desperate follower. Master, I get it. Master, I won't dare again. Victory is sweet, and for Su Chen, it's also practical. See, that wasn't so hard. Stick with me and you'll be fed and sheltered. Su Chen has just submitted a new beauty, but has she really submitted? And what about the scientist? He is making demands, but he's being ignored. Does Su Chen finally lose his patience and deal with these rats? Or does he have a more clever way to use the scientist's influence to get into Liberty City? Find out in the next episode. This is the end of this chapter. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe. Have a nice day.